Well, hello and good morning, Bethel and pastors at Bethel. Just want to say thanks to the pastors and for pushing us forward with Zoom, not letting discipleship stop and our small groups at the church be prevented just because of the virus. I think this is a great way for us to continue to move forward. Obviously, not forever, but this is a good intermediary. So I'm just going to do a quick little tutorial on how to get Zoom set up on your computer and even on your phone briefly. So this won't be probably comprehensive. If you have any other questions, you can always reach out to me. I know the pastors at Bethel also have a pretty good knowledge, or at least a few of them do, on Zoom. So we'll make sure we get that set up, but we want to be sure that we have this all set up for discipleship groups. So the first thing I'm going to do is, as you can see, I'm just going to hit share screen. So this is going to be a helpful tool for y'all to use if you have to share content. You can share it right through here, sharing the screen. You could even show a video. So like my small group, we are doing a Right Now Media video series. And so one of the options we might do is I'll have the video up on my screen and I'll hit share screen. And that way it goes right to it. But when you hit share screen, it gives you a few different options. You can just do your straight up screen. You can do a whiteboard, which is actually pretty handy as well. You can type in notes there that way, and they can all see it. And everyone who's watching, you can draw things. So I don't know if I would use that as much, but there is that opportunity. You can just share your web browser and nothing else. Or right here, and I'll be doing this one later, you can show your iPhone or iPad screen as long as it's plugged in to your laptop. So I'll be doing that one in a little bit to show you how to download Zoom on your phone and get it going on there for those people that want to do that, and so you can help out people in your discipleship groups. So if I hit share screen, you now have my screen. So the first step for Zoom is going to be just go to your web browser and search download Zoom. And then right here, we've got Download Center Zoom. So if you click on that, there's going to be a few different options, but the main one that pretty much everyone should use is this one right here. This is just the most basic download for your computer. It'll give you a little icon at the bottom of your computer. I also have it set up so that I have a thumbnail right here, but that's going to be the one you want to download. If you wanted to download if you have Microsoft Outlook, you can put it right into there, or an extension on your browser. So it would just be up in this corner most likely, where you can just click on it. But again, easiest is just going to be to click on download. Now when you click on that, it'll say to save the file, and I'm not going to do that because I tried doing this already once before, but since I already have it downloaded, it ended up turning off all my stuff and resetting it. So I'm just going to give an example of, you'd hit download there, and then you can go up on the top right of most computers or find wherever your downloads go whenever you download a file. Click on that and you'll have it there. I'm just going to open it in the folder, and then you just double click it and run it. And so it'll ask you a few questions. Do you want to run? Yes. Just keep clicking yes until it gets all the way downloaded through your computer. So then it'll be on your computer. The other way you can be doing this then, after it's all downloaded, when I actually exit out of that, is you can also just go to zoom.us. Here you can just hit sign up for free. So zoom.us, top right corner, sign up, it's free. I'm already signed in, but it'll take you through a few different questions of your what email address you want to use and what your name is. And after it does a few of those things, it'll send a confirmation link to whatever email. So I'm using this one right here, zsmccomb@tiu.edu. So it sent a link when I did this earlier this morning to that location. I went into my emails, found this email from Zoom saying activate account. I clicked on that, and it took me, see if I can click it. Took me right here. It said excellent. Now it's time to start meeting. So you can start your test meeting. So this is going to be your ID. You can start a meeting right away. However you want to do it, it is all set up at that point. So you already have, once you've done that process of creating your account and activating your account through here, you should have all access to Zoom. So you'll be all set with that. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of these. So again, you can use a web browser for most of this. So I'm just signed in right now, and you can do schedule a meeting right through here. You can join a meeting, host a meeting, whatever it is, right on the web browser, or you can actually use your thumbnail. So if you've already downloaded the app, you've now created your account with Zoom. If you double click on Start Zoom, wherever you have that, right now, because I'm in a meeting, I could return to it. I could join a different meeting. There's a few different things up here. You can have all your contacts. So I've got a bunch of company contacts. You can create your own. So maybe you just even create a group. You could just create a little group. So add a contact, and then once you kind of have your contacts or your whole discipleship group, you can create one entire group for that. And then what's nice is to get going on a meeting. So if you wanted to, right here, it'll right away just say start a meeting, and then you could just kind of mess around with it. Otherwise, if you're going to have a regular meeting, you just click on schedule. And so for mine, it'll be Hughes Macumber discipleship group. It's going to start. Ours is on that Sunday nights. We do it from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, the only thing is, I know the church is working on getting all of us group leaders potentially more access than just 45 minutes. But at the very least, you can do a 40-minute meeting. You can leave the meeting, end it, and then jump right back in and do another 40 minutes. But for now, it'll just be the 45 minutes. It would be recurring for us, so I could just click that right away. That way, it's just a repeat event. You can require a password so nobody else can get into it. I probably won't even do that, but if you're worried about other people hopping into your meeting, add a little password there, use some numbers, and then you just kind of add it. So for video, does the host want video? I'd say yes to both of these. You want to be able to see other people. And then for audio, I'm going to do computer audio, telephone and computer. That way if people are on their phones using this. And then for the calendar, I can just stick it right in my Google Calendar, and I hit schedule, and then I'm going to have that all set up. All right, so now it's opening up my Zoom meeting just to show. I'm not going to go through all that right now. I'd have to log in to get that going, but I'll allow it. So this is my Google Calendar that I have. And now it's going to have all the details in here. That's a lot of information. A lot of it you may not even have to worry about. But now you know that there's a recurring event that is going to be every Sunday night for us. And if I go right here, it's there already. So I would just click on the Sunday night one. When it comes around, I can just join the meeting right then. So this is going to be pretty convenient, actually, if people have some type of online calendar. They can have it right on there. Click on that link, and it'll take you to the meeting at that time. So the same goes true for the web browser itself. So if you didn't want to use that app on your computer, the thumbnail, you can just go on to the zoom.us. Once you logged in, you can see your own profile on the left here, meetings, webinars, recordings. So right now I'm recording a Zoom video, Zoom meeting. So you can actually record your meetings if you wanted. I would recommend making sure people know that you're doing that, and make sure you have everyone's consent and that's okay with them. Well, otherwise, here I go again. Schedule a meeting right from the web browser instead of from the thumbnail. And again, I can just put in the topic, a description, when it's going to be, how long it's going to be. I can set it up if it's recurring or not. It's the same exact process, okay? The biggest things you want to make sure here is when you're doing this, if you're setting up a recurring meeting, which that's one way of doing it, I would just recommend having video on for both participants and hosts. And then for audio, have both in case someone's on their telephone or their computer. All right, down here, meeting options. These are just a few little random things. You can enable join before host. So actually, Jason Eddy has this on for The one that we are going to be doing on Tuesday, which is probably when you guys are listening to this right now, but he has it enabled. So I was able to join even today, and I was just waiting for Jason to be there, but I'd be waiting for another 24 hours. So you can do that. You can have all your participants muted upon their entry, so that way they're not just talking and you're hearing everything, and then they can unmute themselves. That's just one option that could be helpful, is to go ahead and have people muted upon entry. It doesn't really matter. You can have a little waiting room where if they enter in before the host gets there, everyone's in a separate little area where they can have conversation, and then once the host comes, everyone's pulled back in to the main session. And then if you're wanting it to record automatically every single time, you just click on that box. So that is the basics of how to set up a meeting. And now that would just be if you wanted to schedule a meeting. The other option of doing this, if you don't want to have to schedule a meeting every single week, which isn't incredibly difficult, but one way that you can also do it is from your web browser. If you want to just have everyone always be able to join, if you just copy and paste your Zoom link here. So again, that's under the profile. If you just go right to that Zoom link, that will be a nonstop access to a meeting. So you could just send that link to all your people, and at the time they just have to click on that link. There's no set time, there's no set schedule, at least in the system. They just go ahead and click on that whenever they're ready to join in, and it pops up. Same goes for if you're doing it from this location here. You can only just hit start meeting, and it would just start it up right away and just send those links. So it's a pretty easy way to do things on here through the app and through the web browser itself. So hopefully Jason can also give you some more clarification if you have questions on that. I hope I was clear enough as to how to start a meeting. Again, maybe the simplest way will be for you just to copy and paste that link right here. Just give it a go copy, and then you can just email it to your people. Email it to whoever you need. Because if I open up that link, it's actually going to try to launch a Zoom meeting. Yep. But I'm not going to do that right now because I'm already in a meeting, and it's going to say I'm going to have to leave it. So I'm not going to do that. So there's actually a good point to show that when people do start joining and hosting meetings, when you click on those links that are in the emails or however you're going to send it, it'll take you to a separate page like this. It'll say launching. Give it a good minute or two. If people don't have it downloaded yet, it'll prompt them to download right away, or you can click on this and they'll download. Otherwise, if it's already downloaded, sooner or later, a little dialog box will pop up and the Zoom meeting will begin. So very simple. All they have to do is follow the link. If it prompts them to download it, download. If it's already downloaded, once you've clicked that link, you will be joining the Zoom meeting. So it just takes a little bit of time to get to that point. All right, so I think that is about it for the on the computer, how to set up a meeting. Now, other ways that are helpful is once you have the meeting even going. So right now I have this meeting active. There's a lot of different things on this screen that you can do. So on the bottom left, I'm just going to work my way over. Bottom left, you have mute. So I can mute my audio. All right, so you couldn't hear me there. I was yelling. This is just to show how you can select your different speakers and microphones, but I wouldn't worry about that one as much, okay? So that's just muting yourself. That's only for myself. You're going to want people to know that one, so if they have to mute themselves, they just click the bottom left. To start your video, you just click on that, but I'm not going to let you see me for too long there. Again, just depends on what webcam you're using, but don't even worry about that up arrow. Just worry about starting the video. So I recommend everyone has a video going. What's nice about the videos is once it's going, everyone will be popping up right here. So you'll have multiple people popping up, and then you can do different settings to see maybe one main person will pop up, whoever's talking, and then if someone else starts to talk, they'll pop up in the main area, but everyone will still be up there. All right, so that's starting video. If you're needing to invite people right from the meeting itself, again, it'll show you the contacts. You can do it by email by clicking one of these, but maybe one of the easiest is just to copy that URL, copy that link that I showed you on the web browser itself. So you just would copy that. It'll tell you right here, the invitation has been copied to your clipboard. So all you have to do from here is go back to your email and paste it in there, and it'll have the link. So that's an easy way. You can manage your participants. Now this one can be very helpful, because what I can do from here is then I can actually mute the participants. I just muted myself there for a moment, but that is very helpful. You can also rename them, but you shouldn't have to do that. The biggest thing here will just be to mute people if they maybe forgot or don't know how, and maybe there's just a lot of ruckus going on in the background. It's a helpful tool just to go to their participants right there and hit mute. So that's how you manage your participants. Everyone will show up right there. You can mute all, unmute all. Very helpful. You can also create music for people entering or exiting. That's not as necessary. And then you can also lock the meeting. So if you don't want anyone else to join, you can lock it at that point. But those are just extra features. So I'm going to click on the manage participants, and that should go away. You can also, and I would maybe recommend this for some, if they don't have good audio or if something's going on, you can always have a little chat box on the right side as well. So from here, I can type to everyone and say hello. I could put in some instructions if you want. Or if there's multiple people, you click on this little down arrow, and you can send private messages to people as needed. You can even share links and files. So you can share a file from your computer. So for us in our discipleship group, we have little study sheets, little handouts. So I might send those every single week so that they have it on their computers or on their phones right away again, since we're not meeting up in person. But you can share that right inside of here, which is very convenient. So that's the chat button at the bottom of the screen here. I'm going to put it away again. Right now I'm recording, so I could pause it. I could stop my recording. If you're interested in doing more with recording, let me know, or let Jason or them know. It's not too complicated, but it takes a little extra work. And then the reactions are very simple. I just gave a thumbs up to myself, so let's make it 2. All right, now I'm in basically a full screen right now, but you can make your screen smaller or bigger as needed. The other things then, I'm going to quick show you how to download it on your phone. So let's see here. Let me just screen share again. So again, I can share my personal screen that I have up right now. I can share the Zoom meetings. I can share a whiteboard. Just to give you an idea of what the whiteboard would look like. If I'm sharing a whiteboard, I can draw on here. I can just add some text, or maybe step 1 is going to be download Zoom. All right. So you could save all those things, do whatever you want. I'm just going to exit out of this for now. Stop sharing that. So that's the whiteboard. But if I go to screen share, iPhone or iPad, and share, it's just going to really quick download a plugin, but it will not take long. I did this just a little bit ago. And this is going to be an unnecessary feature for y'all to do, is to screen share your iPad or iPhone. But the reason I'm doing it right now is simply so that you can see the process of downloading the app on your phones. So a lot of people are going to be wanting to use their phones for the sake of the Zoom meetings, and it's very simple. So I recorded this morning. So what it's going to be is you're just going to go into this app store right here. So wherever you have that app store, it's Samsung, it's a little different, but it's the same idea. You're going to hit whatever search bar you have, go open the search bar and type in Zoom. And it'll be the second one down. Basically, look for this one that says Zoom Cloud Meetings. It's got this nice little camera. Then right here, you click download. And now it was downloading on my phone. So again, very simple, straightforward process for this, which is very, very convenient. And then as soon as it downloads, you can either open it up straight from here by clicking on that open button. The other way to do it is if you were just on your main screen of your phone, it'll now be an app on there. So you just click on that. And then from here, you just go ahead and hit join a meeting. You can also sign in or sign up. So if you know the meeting ID, you go ahead and put that in. So I know for Jason's on Tuesday, it was in my email. So I went and pulled up my email, scroll down, and I found it, 608-504-2433. This number right here is what I was looking for. So I found it, I went back, and I typed in that number, and somehow I'd forgotten if it was another 4 or 2 more 3s, but yeah, so 2 more 3s, and I clicked. I switched my name to be from Seth's iPhone just to Seth McCumber. And then I click join, and what I should have also done is down here, join options. I have these all unchecked, which is good. But if you didn't want your audio to be connected right away, you'd have to do that there. But it just says join meeting, and here's what I was talking about earlier. It's a recurring meeting that Jason has set up, like I did earlier. He already had this meeting ID of the phone number, which is similar to what I had on mine. And I can show you that again in a second. Now I'm just waiting for him because this wasn't going to be starting until Tuesday night at like 7:30 or something. And right now, as I'm talking, it's 9:43 on Monday morning. So that is the gist of how to do that on your phone. Very simple, very easy and straightforward, very convenient. And you can also sign in from your phone and set up meetings that way, and then you can share it straight from your phone, which is pretty convenient for a lot of us, just to be able to send the link via Messenger or whatever you have on your phone. So for messaging, whether it's Samsung or Apple. Trying to think if there's anything else. The only other thing I was going to quick show is oh yeah, I was going to invite myself to the meeting actually. All right, sorry for the delay. So just to give you an idea of what it looks like when someone else is in there, I want to go ahead and copy this URL. Okay, so I just went to invite, I went to email, and I said copy URL. Now, just in case you guys couldn't see that, you may not have been able to. But what I'm going to do now is if I went back to here, it's this URL. The phone number that I just used for Jason Eddy's, so this would be my phone number for the meetings that you could also just input on the phone like I showed you just a little bit ago. But now what I can do is I can just go and I want to send an email to my other email, Seth Darrell, and I'm going to input that little link, the URL. I'm going to send it. And then on my phone, what you guys won't be seeing me doing is I'm going to go ahead and pull that email up so I can join the meeting on my phone, and I can kind of give you a glimpse of what it looks like when there's multiple people on here, what you can do with that. So I just got the email. It just popped up right away. It says to join with video. And now I am working on my computer, my living room. All right. And I'm all set. Now my phone just said I don't have access to audio on my phone. And that's because some of us have our audio set to private so that the government doesn't hear us. So that's what I have on mine. So go ahead and go to your settings, and you'd have to go under the Zoom app and then remove that as a setting. Remove that privacy setting just for the Zoom app. That way you can use it. All right. So what I can do now at this point is manage participants. And here's where I was showing you. I can go to Seth. I can actually stop his video as well. So that's a very convenient thing. I can mute all people right here. So I can mute all participants if I want. So that's all done now. And then the other thing that's nice is I can do a private chat. So if I went to the chat, I can now go to Seth McCumber and say hi. And that must be a private chat. All right, I don't think there's anything else that is needed at this point. Now I'm realizing up here it doesn't show a microphone for me to mute the other Seth McCumber. This is the host and this is my phone. And that's only because my audio again is not showing up on my phone because it's on private mode. But if it weren't on private, I'd see a mute option just like I do up there. So right up the top, I'd see the same mute button. So, all right, I'm leaving that one. All right, that should be good. I hope this wasn't too confusing, too much of a roundabout way of showing you how to use Zoom. If you have any questions, please let me know. Let them know. Gladly to help in any way. You can even just give me a call. I'm usually free in the mornings, and I can help get this set up. So thanks a lot, and have a blessed week.